Well, I'm a huge fan of Australian cinema. I'm a huge fan of comedy, and I'm thrilled to know that a great Australian comedy is about to hit our screens, starring this man, Glenn Robbins. Hello.
Lovely to be here.
Glenn, welcome. The movie is called Boytown. It's about an Australian boy band getting back together a little later on.
That's right. They were big in the 80s, and,
Right.
and my character, Benny G, decides to reform the band in 2005, 6, and it's the trials and tribulations of what's happened in them trying to do so, and they lay a few ghosts to rest. A few things, ugly things happen, and a few exciting things happen.
Now, I'm thinking of the great Aussie boy bands. There was CDB, the Cool Dandenong Boys.
Yes.
Indecent Obsession.
Indecent Obsession. Human Nature still going.
Still going very strong.
I'm giving you a blank look because I hang around with people who know a lot about music, people like you, and when you start with that, I get cricket scores in my head. I don't.
You must have heard of Human Nature.
Yes, I have. I've hung out with those guys, but in my youth, I played indoor cricket. I went surfing, and I listened to 3X. I can't say that station, whatever it was.
It's now Greek.
So if that's the case, what did you model your performance on as a boy band member?
The scary part is that Mick wrote this film and he based the character on me.
You?
Yeah, well, the guy in it is I was a drama teacher.
Right.
So the guy in that's a drama teacher.
Right.
And
That already says heaps, doesn't it?
it does. It does. He based it on me. I mean, I have a bit of a performing background,
Right. So when it comes to Spirit Fingers and, being able to choreograph, being able to dance in unison, you be all right with that? Because surely that's important in the movie.
yeah.
Well, I thought, I've done a little bit of dancing. I thought, I reckon I can do this. But the moment... It's okay when I can just make it up. When I do stuff on Kath and Kim, we just make it up.
Yeah.
But this, you have to step, kick, turn, ball,
Yes.
kick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
And I tell you, my little mouse brain, the little mouse on the wheel running around, he gets full and he stops. So, and I tell you, it's hard work. We did boot camp for about, I reckon, about 6 weeks.
Is
Was that
right?
with Tony Bartuccio? Or?
Yeah, it was Dance World down in Melbourne, and
Dance World. It's the best kind of world.
And tell me, was it like, all the celebrities when they do Dancing with the Stars, do you all lose lots of weight and become very, very fit?
Well, I think there's a poster there where we're looking pretty slim.
Yeah, well,
It was like class. It was
how
like
come Mick's not in that shot?
fair point. But it was, we train like 4-6 hours, and then you get the finger at the end of, okay, you're staying back.
Dance detention.
Dance detention.
And what about the singing then?
Well, I have to be honest,
Come on, be honest.
Come on.
wasn't me.
Now this is a first for a boy band.
The shoes fit well. Yeah. No, of course. I mean, we can't sing that well.
No.
I mean, as well enough to have been big in the 80s.
So it sounds good. It sounds like you were successful. I mean,
Oh, yeah, no, we sound really good. I
Did
mean,
you
the
get
guys,
Milli and Vanilli in?
No, we didn't. We got some local
of them's
session
dead.
guys. My guy's name was Joel Silverbush. Joel was great.
and so is there old footage from the 80s and
Oh
stuff in the
yeah,
movie?
yeah. Oh, there's some shots in the
Yes,
in the brochure you've got there.
That's a beautiful. That's you as Benny G. Oh, was that when you went out solo?
Yeah, what happened was I went out solo, and then
That was the end.
Yeah.
That was the
Oh,
end.
you were the
you've got-
Robbie Williams.
And you've got a Richard Marx hairdo there.
Yeah, and a lot of, what do you call it, airbrushing, a lot of airbrushing.
You look like Andrew G off Idol. It does now. But Robbie Williams is wrong because it was the lead singer of Take That, Gary Barlow, who went solo.
No. Robbie left, and
everything.
Gary tried to go
Yeah.
solo and
Okay,
failed.
let's move on.
I know about Take That.
And your new album, when you reform, what's the title of that?
When we reformed.
Is that it? Love Handles.
No, that was yes. No, that's a single. No, that's
that's
the
a
single.
single.
Love
Oh, the single was I
Handle.
Cry.
No, that's the first single that we put out when we first reformed.
Right.
And it's not. It's like Boytown of old, and it doesn't quite work because
So
we
it's-
haven't
yeah.
moved forward.
It's like
Then we realise that we have to move forward, and we have to, because our audience has grown up, so therefore we have to write music that is right for our audience.
which is
now.
what Skyhooks did with Jukebox in Siberia.
Were you,
Go again.
were you disappointed that Boytown was not invited to be part of the Countdown sensation?
Yeah.
Would have been an obvious choice, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's outrageous. that
Yeah,
you got
absolutely.
overlooked. Yeah.
I'd have to
Foolish.
get up there and do a bit of a
Mime.
a mime.
Come on,
Do you
if Toddy
think-
Goldsmith's doing it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Screaming Girls.
We did some stuff at Festival Hall.
Oh,
And
right.
It was fantastic. It was really good, and of course we performed all around. We apparently had performed all around the world, and we performed in Tokyo. So we had a whole lot of Japanese girls coming in, and it was great. And they went nuts, and we came off feeling like we were.
You actually were. rock stars.
Well, we came off going, you know what? They want more. They really do love us. We've got to go back out. But it was only about 50 people there.
But now I'm really excited because it seems to me that unlike a lot of other Australian comedies that need to be about Australia and then the world has to love the cutesy image of Australia, this phenomena of boy band works everywhere. Is
You
that-
would hope so. Yeah, the idea you would hope. It is a very good. When Mick told me, what happened was I went on Mick's show many years ago, the Tonight Show we had at Channel 9,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I did a thing about boy bands, and at the end of that, we both dressed up and pretended to be in a boy band. We went,
Right.
oh, this feels good. Then Mick got I did it. We went, oh, this feels good.
Well, I love wearing an all-white suit. It's fantastic.
I don't remember boy bands weeing on the carpet.
And then Mick had the idea of going, hang on, how about guys out of their comfort zone? They were big in the 80s and they decided to reform. So, yeah, hopefully it will translate around the world.
The other thing I want to ask you is always with this case, I think with all the boy bands I know, one falls off the rails, drugs, alcohol.
Yes.
Is there one of those in your band?
Well, you guess. You tell me. Who do you think?
Would it be Mick?
Well, I won't say anything, but you're not far off track there. Yes.
I don't think the years have been kind to Mick
No.
since the Boytown originally existed.
Yes.
Just looking back.
All the shots they did in the 80s, it was really quite sad because they would do this thing which they did apparently in the old movies where they put tape on your neck.
Oh.
To tighten you up?
Yeah, so
Make you look smaller.
you'd have all...
Serious?
Yeah, you'd be all taped back through here, under your chin and all back through here. I was plucked every third day.
Oh.
We were tanned and plucked and shaved and sprayed down and the whole deal.
You
I mean,
have really gone
Wayne
through-
Hope had a full body wax.
Well, he's quite
lost
cut.
Yeah, he looks great.
him.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
That's why he's the only one with his shirt undone.
That was funny. That clip there, that's the one you can go to. Where is it? You can go to the Boytown
Boytownmovie.com.
and see that clip, which is the first single that
seen it,
Boytown
it's
put
hilarious.
out. And that's when they've actually got it wrong. At the end, we're in a laneway in Melbourne, and we had these doves, and we throw doves up towards the camera at the end. And they were there's a lovely girl that they'd brought in, and they said, "Here's the doves. Oh, don't worry, they're homing doves." And
Right.
they didn't home. They were in the laneway for weeks, weren't they? They made the papers.
I hope they weren't in bloody Chinatown laneways.
So it wasn't far away. It was weird.
Drunken pigeon or whatever that dish is.
These beautiful white doves going, I don't know where I am. Do you know where you are? I'm hanging around here.
This is much more fun than that old cage back there.
Yes.
I also heard a rumour, Glenn, that at some point you were filming another film clip that involved a Shetland pony.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
That's on another website.
Had nothing to do with this film. That's going back a few years. Oh, very impressive. By the way, I've got the DVD for it.
That Shetland pony didn't like Mick that much. Is that true?
Well, it's just. I don't want to give away. Look, I'll give away the joke. The idea is that they had to ride on the horses and
Yes.
they got the wrong horses.
Yes.
And they had some Shetland ponies, but we had to go and do Shetland pony riding classes.
Man, you're the most trained man on earth now.
Seriously, I'm not putting that in the resume though. You know what I mean? Can drive a car, can ride a
Shetland work.
motor. Shetland work.
But I heard Mick got thrown by the Shetland pony.
Yeah, we all got thrown. Which is great because you fall 2 foot, you know.
I can't believe a Shetland could get Mick off his back.
Well, yes, they're scary little things.
And angry because they're short.
Absolutely. Short horse syndrome.
Well, it's very exciting. We really can't wait for it to come out. And,
There is a song that has been released, the single.
Which is called I Cry, which has gone to number 70 on the charts as we speak.
I can't wait to hear the single Cellulite Lady because I believe that's about me. But
What about Pussy Whipped has caught my attention.
Yes,
I like
yeah.
special time of the month.
Yes.
It's great. So
Well, we're going to have a bit of a listen now, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
This is the Smash. What
Well,
is
no,
it?
I wouldn't get
Number
smashed.
70 with a bullet.
I Cry. It's out now.